What's up everyone? I hope you all are having a good day today. It's a pretty nice day out and I've got an interesting test to run. So Emuflight has become available. Long story short, that's kind of just the newest iteration of Betaflight. Is kind of continuing where Betaflight left off. I really liked Betaflight, so I'm kind of interested to try it out. So we're going to go to a spot that's pretty open, doesn't have a lot of soft targets, and we're going to go test this out. I call this spot the tracks, just a wide open area, just kind of with some train tracks, some train cars that we can flop around, and yeah, it's a really cool spot. So let's get started. All right, so I'm here at the tracks, and these are the two quads that I'll be using for my test. Both these quads are nearly identical. It's the same frame, same motors, same ESCs. The only difference between the two are really just cameras, video transmitters, flight controllers, and PDBs. But they're within about similar weight. This one's about, I think, 7 or 8 grams heavier than this one. And this one has the Betaflight 4.0.6 tune with the RPM filter. I basically followed UAV Tech's Betaflight 4.0 tuning video for this guy, and this one has Emuflight running almost stock. I put in my old PIDs from my Helio flight controller. So yeah, I'm gonna fly this one first. This is gonna be my control. Then I'm gonna go up, fly this one, see how it compares, and then I'm going to fly a third pack back on this one again to see kind of which one that I think is better, or that feels different, I should say. All right, so this is flight number 1 on Betaflight 4.0.6. Okay, so that felt pretty good. I don't know, like, it still doesn't feel very sharp and locked in the way. Like, it still feels kind of numb, to be quite honest. But I mean, there's minimal prop wash, and it feels okay, but it doesn't have that locked-in natural feel that I like. So let's switch over to the Emuflight quad and see how that goes. All right, so I've got the Emuflight quad. I'm just gonna take it up real quick just for a 30-second test hover and make sure that it's behaving itself. Sounds good. Let's try to do some flips. Sounds quieter than the other one. Okay, I'm satisfied with that. I'm gonna take it up. Okay, so that felt pretty good. I'm fairly impressed. So when I flew it just kind of stock with my own PIDs on it because I'm running 6S, it felt okay. Still felt like it could be a little bit tighter. So I did some reading before this video about the Emu boost and the Emu limit. Basically, according to the GitHub release notes, if you want a more snappier kind of feel, which is kind of what I want, you bump Emu boost up and you lower the boost limit. So stock the boost was at 15. I bumped that up to 30, and then the boost I took down. I'll have to look. I'll post it somewhere, kind of what my settings were, but I felt a major improvement. It felt a lot more snappy. I could hear the kind of the snap in the flips and the rolls and the audio. So I'm gonna put the Betaflight quad back up in the air, fly that, and see how it compares to this. Okay, so it's the next day. Yesterday I took some time to try and tune this guy a little bit. Like I said, I didn't fly this stock. I did put in my old Betaflight PIDs that I ran on the Helio Spring FC into this guy, just because the defaults I suspect are for 4S 5-inch quads, whereas this is a 6S 5-inch quad, and they were kind of high for a 6S build. So that was really the only thing that I changed. I went back in and played around with the Emu Boost, Emu Limit, and the Kalman filter Q and W values. Play with those a little bit according to what was described on the Emuflight GitHub page. And I gotta say, I am very, very impressed by the handling of this guy now that I've had a chance to play around with it a little bit. And I can say, between these two quads, I prefer the Emuflight quad over the Betaflight quad, and here's why. So let's start with the Betaflight quad here. So, like I said, this is the quad that I tuned using the UAV Tech's tuning method. He has a 6-part video tuning guide for where he basically tunes somebody's 6S 5-inch quad, and I just followed that video to the best of my ability. This is running the RPM filter, and even after all that, this quad still feels numb in the air. Like, when I'm trying to push it and do kind of some of the snappy maneuvers, that I like. It just feels like it's always wanting to kind of swap ends on me. Like it feels like it has like a high center of gravity. Like if you were to compare this to like a van and a sports car, this is definitely the van. Now, swapping gears over to the Emuflight quad, this, if I could, going back to the van versus sports car analogy, this definitely feels like a sports car in the air now. Like when I'm going around corners and I'm trying to fly fast around stuff in close proximity to objects, this feels way more locked in, organic, kind of hunkered down and just not super tight, but not super loose either. Like a happy medium in between. And I really like that. I have way more confidence flying this quad as opposed to the Betaflight quad. So, yeah, in closing, I think I'm going to be swapping all my quads over to Emuflight. I'm really impressed by this. Yeah, sorry Betaflight. I tried. I've literally spent the last probably, I don't know, 2 months trying to get like a snappy, organic, locked in tune out of Betaflight. And even after running all the best features that I can, I still don't have it. With this, in an afternoon, well no, actually, in a day, basically. In a day, I got the feeling that I wanted out of my quad. So, Emuflight, 2 thumbs up for me, and I'm really happy about that. So that's going to do it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. I'll leave links down below to where you can download the Emuflight configurator and flash this to your quad, and check it out. It flies really good. So thank you all very much, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye!